I'm very glad today to be with Stephane,
Hello.
head of AI and software factory at Altice France. My name is Ahmed Ghorbal. I'm founder and CEO of Inveniam, recently acquired by ServicePower, an FSM company. Today, the topic to talk about is non-generative AI and how non-generative AI can help Netcos and ISP in telecom. Stephane, thank you for coming. I know it was a long ride from
another come.
Yeah, exactly, from another conference yesterday in Nantes to here. Thank you for being here. It's my pleasure today to touch the topic. But first of all, could we maybe share with the audience why FTTH maintenance and quality installation is very important for Altice France?
Okay, so first you have to know that at Altice France, we have two roles. First, we are the commercial operator, but we are also infrastructure operator. So for these two positions, we need to monitor what are the way of our technician to work and to be sure that they don't create small defects who can have, let's say, big impact. We are working, let's say we are doing around 25,000 connection a week and 15 maintenance operation a week also. So as FTTH infrastructure is passive, there is no IT method from the network in the network side to monitor a PM, to monitor a cabinet, or to monitor a socket wall, for example. And for us, the picture analysis is the best way to have regular information on our equipment quality and to be sure that our technicians don't create a mess on our network.
Amazing, amazing. So how, let's say, first topic I want to touch here in non-generative AI. Let's touch the compliance control, okay? How AI is changing the compliance control in Altice with the example of using all solution that you're using with AI.
So if we want to talk about the old solution, when you have the quantity of operation, as I said before, you have only one way. You have many people to control every pictures, but one connection, for example, is 10 pictures to analyze.
Yeah.
So you need to have a very big back office, or you have to pick up and then just to choose 1 or 2% of the operation you will check.
Yeah.
With the AI, it changes everything because you can control all the photo and you can extract data from 100% of the photo.
Super. We have an example here, maybe about a compliance control on outdoor cabinet and the things that to be checked. So here we're like, what the AI gives us feedback automatically on the picture, right?
Yes, exactly. The fact is that we appreciate, and let's say the solution is great because we can have a live feedback to the technician.
Yes.
We can have also a live feedback to our network monitoring system. And if we observe some defects, then we can act maintenance operation in emergency, for example, or we can say to the technician that he needs to change something in the cabinet or to repair something in the cabinet.
Amazing. So the second, axis where AI can be useful is the fraud management. We can see picture that you receive, we clearly see it as a picture of a picture. So meaning that the technician didn't take the picture himself. He sent someone to take a picture and therefore he received it with his WhatsApp or whatever, and he took a picture of it before reporting it. So how the AI globally help you day to day to identify and get more fraud detected in the operations?
We can have two kinds of fraud example. First is picture of pictures, and yes, AI can have the capacity to recognize very quickly if a pictures was a pictures of pictures because of a moire effect, or because of some strange light, and the human eyes can't check this after checking the photo during 10 or 20 seconds. But the AI can do this in 1 second. The second point is that the fraud can be to reused old pictures. And a computer vision can scan millions of pictures and checking that this photo was already used, already passed, and then give the idea of the technician who first pushed the photo, the date, etc., everything, and we can say to the technician, okay, this photo was already used, and give all the details showing him that there is no error from our side.
Thank you. Thank you. If we pass to the third axis where we were talking about the digital twin, and basically what is we call digital twin is make sure that what is on the field is exactly what you have on your database. In some other area, they call better QED, quality of data, but or digital twin. So how important digital twin is for you every day to handle, and what's the consequence if digital twin is not there?
So for us, the digital twin was not the first target of this project. The first target was to control the technician. And it appears that once a technician go on the field, take some photo, we can use this photo to create data, to compare it with our database, and to correct the database, or to ask a technician to go on the field, to go back on the field, to check where is the error, if it's an interpretation of the picture, or if it's a database error in our referential. So now we are still working on it because it's a very big work. In France, you have around 300,000 cabinet and 2 million of optical point. So we need to create the way to extract the data, compare it to the referential.
For sure. So as an example here, if this is splicing box, and if in the database the lowest fiber was supposed to be red green, and the splicing box is, as we see, is red yellow, this is like a gap between what was in the database and what is in the splice. And we can detect it automatically, and we can either correct the database or ask the technician to come back to correct it.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's exactly this.
Okay, clear. One last point, as we mentioned all those three topics on Vision AI, if I will ask you just a simple question.
Yes, interesting.
Yeah. Last time we talked, you said to me, the biggest advantage we got from AI is our capacity to automate the checks and what we want to control. It means instead of spending time, as you said, like having an army of people who are checking pictures or just pick and choose, we just can push all of it and be sure that the reliability will be okay. So maybe we can comment this.
Yes. On these pictures, we have some connector who are not plugged. If a human will count it, I did this. It took me around 3 minutes to check every unplugged connector. I count around 140. In fact, there is 160. And a computer vision system can find 160 in 3 seconds. It took me 3 minutes. And for 120 of the unplugged connector, the computer vision is able also to tell me what is the color of the fiber and what is the commercial operator who is responsible for this connector. And to give me this in a JSON file, structured and usable immediately for automatic treatment.
Amazing. So basically, instead of spending 3 minutes on one check, computer vision brings accurate information in less than 3 seconds and in a format that you can send inquiry to it. And so you can automate it. And then you can control everything coming to you and be sure that the quality is always there, right?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
Amazing. So it's very clear, and I thank you for this sharing all of this information and capacity to testimony here on how Altice leverage many AI solution on the market to achieve that remarkable result. Looking forward, what is next? You see non-generative AI can bring as added value to the work of ISP or Netco in your case?
We think that it can help us to explore some case, but the cost, because we are checking millions of picture every month, the cost is not compatible with our needs. So we think that we will be able to use it, but for, let's say, rare cases, for example, some specific case for a business-to-business customer or some
we are talking about generative AI, yeah?
Yes.
Generative AI.
Yes, for generative AI, absolutely.
Yeah, so just the difference between generative AI and non-generative AI, we can say generative AI is using public data, like we can say generative AI, we can have Gemini, OpenAI, all of those. And non-generative AI is everything model built by, two technique, which is identification of what is the object that we define and qualification of that object. So all what we exposed before was talking about the non-generative AI, and I think the problem of generative AI is cost effective. The generative AI, yeah?
Yes, cost effective and also analysis time.
Yeah.
Let's say it requires around more 15 seconds than the immediate or 2 seconds delay for picture analysis with non-generative AI.
Okay. And what is next in the non-generative AI can help you as added value? What you think is coming in the upcoming months?
In the next months, I think we need to continue in the digital. I don't say digital twins because it's not exactly a digital twins, but I made in the train yesterday. I made just a small operation. If we want to monitor our 100,000 cabinet, this is the half of the cabinet. This is the cabinet where we have the 90%, 80% of our customer. But if we want to monitor them one time every month, it will require 100 technicians all over the France. Only a technician will come, who open the cabinet, check the default, and then the defects, and then will fill a FSM application. With computer vision, we can do this when our technicians are on the field, and also we can have more than 70 indicators get from a cabinet. We can have more than 15 indicators from a connection point. So it's for us the way is to let's say to continue in this kind of, I call it a crowdsourcing of pictures from the technician.
Nice. So maybe it's like it changed the way how you do inventory, and you get data easier and faster.
Yes, absolutely. And then it's the next step will be, but it's not let's say in my let's say in my responsibility in my company, but it's to with this data to check this data, for example, with the churn, and to check this data before a connection to say, okay, this connection will take for a new customer will take 30 minutes or 1 hour because of the state of the cabinet, etc. We're pushing this data to data lake to be used by other process in the company.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I'm always impressed how I need to testimony myself because we work with many customers, but I'm always impressed how Stephane, your team, try to push the challenge and to challenge all the players in AI in a way that basically you are leading. And big up for what you are doing at Altice for that.
Thanks. Thank you. Have a good day.